From Royal Communications Incorporated, good afternoon and welcome to King's News Broom 45 minutes news about Liberia, Africa, in our one world. Today is Friday, January 23, 2026, and I'm Chairman Gia presenting the Airlines Powerful Foundation's fast motion to cut off and rate for subpoenas as Nigeria County Senator Nathaniel McGill threatened Senate impeachment against criminal code A Judge Roosevelt ruling over judicial and prosecutorial overreach. Wyoming County Senator Eden Snow demands action against officials of Ministry of Information, false and damaging allegations against him in 2025, says he is disappointed in the leadership of the Senate for delaying to take action. And also the news is afternoon environmental protection agencies shut down several sachet water producing facilities in Monrovia for violation of environmental and health and public health standards. Vows to shut down more in the coming days. Away from home, Ugandan police have detained a lawmaker and close ally, opposition leader Bobby Wine, for his alleged vote in election-related violence last week. Three Palestinian journalists have been killed in Israeli strike in central Gaza, first responders say. These are the news bulletin voices of those making the news at our package for the short break. To be right back. Welcome back at this juncture. We join Stephen Compton with the news bulletin.
The Claho Foundation, through its legal team, has filed a motion seeking to quench the rate of identified and asset recovery retained through criminal code against the management of the building material center to appear and produce all financial contractual records related to the construction of the Claho Foundation. Sponsor to the motion to quench the rate, the Claho Foundation noted that inconsistent with its long-standing commitment to transparency, quality, and institutional integrity, such motion should not be misconstrued as an attempt to conceal information or evade accountability. The foundation followed that, on the contrary, it reflects the foundation's firm belief that the law is the law and must be followed by all government included. The foundation added that it has nothing to have, however, in strong objection to being compared to participate in what amounts to fishing with to law procedure, due process, or any properly established agreement to facilitate the bias motion that no government, no matter how well introduced and unlawfully demand that citizen or institution prove wrongdoing where none has been alleged with supported by evidence. In a related development, Margibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill has criticized criminal aid judge Roosevelt Wade rate a subpoena against the Clarko Foundation, noting that the judge actually would lead to his impeachment by the Liberian Senate. Speaking to reporters at the Capitol Building office Thursday, the Margibi County Senator said that Judge Wade's decision to issue read a subpoena against the management of building material center to appear and produce all financial and contractual record related to the construction of the Clark Hope Foundation without any legal case before his chairman is a misuse of power. It accused the judge of judicial and prosecutorial overreach in the matter involving the Clark Hope Foundation. Senator McGill argued that if the asset recovery thing has any evidence against the Clark Hope Foundation, issue the code rather than using the code to force the management of BMC to produce evidence against the foundation. Margibi County Senator also warned that any alleged action taken against the foundation threatened due process and the presumption of innocence cornerstones of the rule of law. Warwick County Senator Edwin Snow has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the Liberian Senate what he called its failure to take action against the Ministry of Information, following the ministry's false and damaging allegations made against him in 2025. May 24, 2025, the Ministry of Information issued a statement accusing Senator Snow planning to cause the government to fail, discourage foreign investment, and make the country unstable under the Joseph Boycott administration. Senator Snow, who spoke in session Thursday, stated that despite repeated promises at several meetings involving the Minister of Information and the Minister of Justice, at which time Information Ministry Minister Jerry McClure made line on no concrete steps have been taken to address the situation. He emphasized that the allegation have negatively affected his reputation and character, a one that continued inaction by the Senate lead to public frustration. Senator Snow noted that he raised the matter in good faith and is deeply disappointed that the Senate has not acted to resolve what he considered a serious and personal attack on his integrity. The Environmental Protection Agency of Liberia has shut down several non-compliant such as water facilities in Monrovia by close down more as across the country. The action is part of EPA nationwide enforcement against such as water production facility operating violation of the environmental and public health standards. According to the EPA, the exercise began on January 20 of this year and is aimed at protecting public health and ensuring the safety of drinking and consumed water by Liberians. In a press statement issued Thursday, EPA said the action targets water producers without valid operating permits or those functioning on an unsafe or condition. The statement noted that ongoing inspections have uncovered several facilities located near waste disposal areas and septic tanks with poor sanitation, inadequate structural safeguards. Following the press statement emphasized that under the Environmental Protection and Management Law, the EPA is mandated to recommend water quality standards and monitor drinking water production across the country. Vice President Jeremiah Cohen has officially delegated Federal Referral Hospital in Grangina County. During the ceremony on Thursday, VP Cohen praised the former President George and other former Liberian presidents for constructing immensely, contributing immensely to the country's health sector. He also lauded the government and people of Germany for their role in strengthening Liberia's health sector as the Graduate Referral Hospital was officially dedicated on Thursday. VP Cohen acknowledged that former Presidents Weah and Ellen Johnson Sirleaf has stated Samuel Doe play a unique role over the years to help sustain strong diplomatic relations with Germany, ensuring continuous support for German development partners to Liberia. The Liberian Vice President expressed hope that the hospital will significantly reduce the need for patients in the region to travel to Tapita in Monrovia for specialized care. According to him, the project brings renewal and hope to strengthen the country's overall healthcare delivery system. In 2021, former President George Weah broke grounds for the construction of the Zweju Referral Hospital. Amidst growing concern and started of volunteer teachers and healthcare providers across the country, officials of the ministries of education, health, commerce and development planning, and the civil service agency has been summoned by the plenary of the House of Representatives. The summons was made on Thursday for the plenary vote to have and provide clarity on the status and welfare of volunteer teachers and healthcare workers across the country. For government institutions, officials are expected to appear before the members of the House of Representatives on next Tuesday. Plenary decision followed a formal communication from Maryland County District 2 lawmaker Anthony Williams, who requested the House to invite the relevant authorities and agencies to explain the reason behind the green reliance on volunteer and critical sector, including health and education. Rural women in Monserrate County are said to be experiencing meaningful economic and social transformation through the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, government of Liberia initiative supported by World Bank and implemented by Plan Liberia International close collaboration with the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. The impact of the project was highlighted during the signing ceremony of the grant contract for Competent 3 and a technical working vessel by the Plan International UK, bringing together government officials, international partners, community leaders, and beneficiaries in Yen Town. Speaking at the ceremony, Marian Morit, County Director of the Plan International Liberia expressed appreciation to the beneficiaries and communities for their dedication and supporting the project. She emphasized that the project is about action backed by resources, not just words, adding that for too long they have worked without having resources to move forward. Also speaking during the technical visit to SIGA, director of program at Plan International praised the community's progress despite apologizing for the feeling unwell. She applauded the beneficiary for adapting what she termed as climate smart agriculture into the Liberian Women Empowerment Project. The Plan International UK Director of Programs also commended the success of village civic and loan association and strong community ownership. Addressing protection concern, she also praised the community's zero tolerance for violence against women girls in the rural parts of the country. She further challenged the beneficiary to prioritize their children's education, particularly for girls' education, according to her logged the future of the nation warning against any marriage or early marriage and school dropout. And to the very last development, now the president of the Liberian National Bar Association, Councillor Bono Vaman, has constituted a constitutional review committee to undertake a comprehensive review of the association's constitution, according to a press release from the LNBA president. The committee established on January 17, 2026 is mandated to examine the existing constitutional framework of the bar, identify areas requiring improvement, and propose reform constitute that will best practice and evolving needs of the legal profession. The outcome of the committee's work is expected to be presented for consideration and possible adaptation at the LNBA's next annual national convention later this year. The news bulletin is back to you.
Stephen, content with the news bulletin. The news bulletin is a regular feature on King's Newsroom. A reminder you're listening to King's Newsroom, 45 minutes news about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. First, following this afternoon, Claro Foundation filed motion to quash government rate of as Mangibi County Senator Nathaniel McGill threatens Senate impeachment against criminal court aide Judge Roosevelt Williams over judicial and prosecutorial overreach. Wami County Senator Edwin Melvin Snow demands action against officials of Ministry of Information for false and damaging allegations against him in 2025. Says he is disappointed in the leadership of the Senate for delaying to take action. Environmental protection agencies shut down several sachet water producing facilities in Monrovia for violation of environmental and public health standards. Vows to shut down more in the coming days. Away from home, Ugandan police have detained the lawmaker and close ally of opposition leader Bobby Wine for alleged role in election-related violence last week. Three Palestinian journalists have been killed in an Israeli strike in central Gaza, first responders say. We take a break to be back with voices of the newsmakers. Welcome back and thanks for being there. Maggie County Senator Nathaniel McGill has criticized criminal court Judge Roosevelt Williams raid or subpoenaed against the Claro Foundation, noting that the judge action could lead to his impeachment by the Liberal Senate. Speaking to reporters at his Capitol building office Thursday, the Maggie Senator said Judge Williams' decision to issue a raid or subpoena against the management of building materials scheduled to appeal and produce all financial and contractual records related to the construction of the Claro Foundation out and a legal case before his tenure is misuse of power.
The fire being correction is a good fight. That's the reason why the legislature has provided over millions of dollars to both the Anti-Corruption Commission, the LACC, which is the Anti-Corruption Commission, the GSC, and the asset recovery team. The asset recovery local budget is over $2 million. Why did we do that? Because we believe that public officials who served before or are serving now should be accountable. But it has to be done within the confines of the Constitution. Something is happening that is very worrisome in the and you saw me reporting. It's the fact that people now using auto-door method to extract evidence. One of like criminal procedure law. The law says that the burden of proof is on the state. If the state accuses you that you have committed a crime, and I will pay money for the state to have money to go and go for the evidence. The state don't have. We didn't give the state money to say to go accuse somebody, then tell the accused person kind of prove one that you didn't see money. What's happening? And I made specific reference to the issue of the Clark Foundation. And this is very concerning. Today it will be happening to Clark Foundation, and more things are seizing things will be happening to so many people tomorrow. The asset recovery unit claim that they have evidence that Clark Foundation was built by using public money. Good. If they have the evidence, they should go to court. But instead of taking the evidence to court, they're not asking Clark Foundation to come and prove that it is no public money. That's what the law says. And what is even painful is that they are using the court to do it. The court that should be protecting the defendant and the state, that should be the neutral party, is now becoming part of the prosecution to force private people, even though the case is not even before the court, which is not even before that, they stay in the investigative stage to say, come produce evidence. And what would get power with the judge? One thing I want to call it judicial abuse of power. The judicial abuse of power is something more to impeachment. And the judge will only believe that he's one of the best judges in our country. Why is he doing that? So we have power too. Let us get power. If you are in the judiciary, you abuse your power, we can impeach you. We can move you from power. We can impeach you. You saw the already in the channel. You saw how all the senators are angry that this is wrong. We should not allow the judge or accept to you. You cannot ask accused people to produce evidence against themselves. The Constitution of Article 21 is very clear. That no man shall be compelled to provide evidence against himself.
Might give a countless letter in Panama Bureau. Homey County's Senator Edwin Snow has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the Liberian Senate for what he called its failure to take action against the Ministry of Information following the ministry's false and damaging allegations made against him in 2025. On May 24, 2025, the Ministry of Information issued a statement accusing Senator Snow of planning to cause the government to fail, discourage foreign investment, and make the country ungovernable and unstable. Senator Snow, who spoke in session Thursday, stated that despite repeated promises and several meetings involving the Ministry of Information and the Minister of Justice, at which time Information Minister Jolene Pia admitted lie on him, no concrete actions have been taken to address the issue.
That send the Ministry of Information lie on me in potent. You in this Senate comments, I don't want to resolve this problem. It's affecting my reputation. You got into that one. You, Madam Protem, you have shown me in our conversative meeting, and that's why I didn't bring you on the floor. I'm prepared now to bring you on the floor, and you have disappointed me. The Minister of Information relied on my person. I want to destabilize this country. It's very clear. You've done nothing about it. You keep promising me, you've done nothing about it. Senator Mange just spoke here about the judicial system. I'm speaking about information ministry relying on people and doing nothing about it. I think one of these days, we may go to somebody else, people might want to take action. When you say things here in our line as senators or legislators, I'm disappointed. I'm disappointed that you haven't done anything about this matter. We spoke in the unrotated meeting. The Minister of Information, the Minister of Justice, and the maker that they lie on me. So all the senators that they lie on me, and we're going to resolve it. We did it in private. Sometimes solve it in private. Now watch our very process now. They lie on me, it's my character, and I want this matter to be expunged from my record. It's very grave, it's serious, and I'm disappointed that this Senate has done nothing about it. I rest my case. Thank you.
Homey County Senator Edwin Snow, the speaking in this section. Vice President Jeremiah Cohn has officially dedicated his virtue to Area Hospital in Grangeville County. During the ceremony Thursday, VP Cohn praised former President George Weah and other former Liberian presidents for contributing immensely to the country's health sector. He also lauded the government and people of Germany for their role in strengthening Liberia's health sector.
Again, we'll thank President Broom, and we'll thank President Tila, and President Brown. At the time, the Senator was foreign minister. He's sitting here in the United States, and we're going to reconnect the German government based on some of the discussions in the bilateral agreement on the Sunday meeting. And then we'll thank you guys, and we'll thank President Tila, and President Tila, and other people that are here. When you get all the people feel that, and that's why the people is saying. And tell President, we are going to tell President Salim that you know. President Salim, even the German government, they know what role she plays. She is entirely on the West. I know that role she plays. So we will take on with it here. Then, I will be telling of the brother together. I think it is big and in red. So we start. The German government was the country. Thanks from people in the Southeast. For years, I in the federal hospital of this region. Verified. Many days people died in March. I saw on Facebook sometime when even people died of breathing there on motorbikes. Because Ghana could not make a way here. And we say thank you. And this from Liberty, from Andrew, and we run here easily, and we'll connect the road from Green Bay to the junction, and we equally run here easily, and we run to the town. So I want to say thank you. Thank you for your support and the giving and the community. Thank you.
In 2021, former President George Weah broke ground for the construction of the Virgil Victoria Hospital.
People of Nigeria, I encourage you to work with the team on this project. This project is the direct result of the peace you have maintained in your country. So I encourage you to continue to maintain the peace. If the peace is maintained, there will be so many projects in this area. All the best. I hope that you will work tirelessly with this project to showcase. God bless you. And good to be in Nigeria. All the best and happy
Former President George Weah during the groundbreaking ceremony of the Virgil Victoria Hospital. Earlier, you heard the voice of Vice President Jeremiah Cohn speaking during the official dedication of the health facility. Amidst growing concerns of appreciating status of volunteer teachers and healthcare providers across Liberia, officials of the Ministries of Education, Health, Finance and Development Planning and the Civil Service Agency has been summoned by the plenary of the House of Representatives. The summons was made known Thursday following plenary vote to have them provide clarity on the status and welfare of volunteer teachers and health workers across the country. House Chief Clerk Major Sion was directed by House Speaker Richard Cohn to issue an official notice and facilitate the appearance of officials before plenary.
I'd like to see the indulgence of the invite the Director General of the Civil Service Agency, Minister of Finance and Development Planning, the Minister of Education, and the Minister of Health, along with the House of Representatives, and controllers, the U.S. government of the Southwest for October 2025. As it stands, many of them have not been paid. This portion since October 2025, creating significant financial strain and other money dedicated to regulated family and professional obligations. This obligation also takes into account for all those volunteering as of how many of the volunteer teachers and nurses that have been placed on the payroll in 2025 and 2026. Honorable Speaker and the stakeholders, at a time when the government has expressed strong commitment to improving the education and health service, it needs risks affecting teachers and nurses' morale, classroom and health centers' effectiveness, the overall delivery of quality services. It is therefore imperative that the relevant authorities provide a clear and comprehensive explanation to this point. Ensure accuracy, transparency, and accountability in the payroll process, and further request that the Ministry of Education, Ministry of Health, and CSA presents an updated and detailed data on all such volunteer teachers and nurses, including their names, assigned schools, clinics, health centers, and physical inclusion. Honorable Speaker, distinguished members, this matter is pressing and directly affects the stability of our education and health systems. The appearance of these officials will enable this honorable body to establish the facts, understand the challenges, and recommend the appropriate actions that safeguard the welfare of our teachers and care workers in the integrity of the national payroll. Kindly request the timely consideration and approval of this communication. Respectfully submitted, Anthony L. Williams, representative of the People Sullivan Electoral District 2, Durham County.
Maryland County District 2 Representative Anthony Williams and Maryland County District 1 Representative P. McJerry also made this comment.
Communication with Reverend Mutaku and Bullet, the church district number 2, Maryland County, requesting appearance of these agency, first of the attention. Thanks so on. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I've been listening to the meeting of the communication from our colleagues on Maryland County, giving the veracity of the important gathering and move. The second, our colleague, the giving response on this issue because it's very after we, those individuals, letting the institution responsible, even to appear before the body to give up their details. This is always a figure, there is one over our federal county. So, having said that, I move and get a second.
Our speaker, according to monitoring and evaluation, MAE, whenever a project is implemented, it is required that the implementing officer do a comprehensive report on progress and challenges as it relates to federal implemented activities. Having said that, Mr. Speaker, the police sometimes back we did a communication here inviting the Minister of Education about reason why teachers will not be placed on the payroll, as well as the Ministry of Health, why the health workers will not be placed on the payroll, continuously referring to them as volunteer health workers, as well as volunteer teachers. That communication was heavily depicted here, and then we asked the Minister of Education as well as the Minister of Health to go back and do an analysis as to how many teachers have been placed on payroll, how many health workers have been placed on payroll, and also tell us how many health workers are remaining, as well as how police, the Minister of Education has that come to us to tell us, for example, how many teachers in Maryland County have been placed on the payroll for the register list, county by county, district by district, to inject us that will get back to our districts, our county, and tell our citizens, say, look, there was a communication on the floor that we had brought in the Minister of Education to speak to the issue about volunteer teachers.
A reminder you listen to King's News 145 minutes news about Liberia, Africa, and our one world. Stories following this afternoon, Clafo Foundation 5 motion to catch government raid of subpoena as Maggie County Senator Natana McGill threatens Senate impeachment against criminal court Judge Joseph F. Woolley over judicial and prosecutorial overreach. Women County Senator Eden Snow demands action against officials of the Ministry of Information for false and damaging allegations against him in 2025. Says he is disappointed in the leadership of the Senate for delaying to take action. Environmental protection agencies shut down several surface water producing facilities in Monrovia for violation of environmental and public health standards. Vows to shut down more in the coming days. Away from home, Uganda police have detained a lawmaker and close ally of opposition leader Bobby Wine for his alleged role in election-related violence last week. 3 Palestinian journalists have been killed and Israeli struck in central Gaza, first responders say. Take a break to be back with more voices, including our Forest News. Welcome back and thanks for being there. Women in rural Monserrado County are experiencing meaningful economic and social transformation through the Liberia Women Empowerment Project, a government of Liberia initiative supported by the World Bank and implemented by Plan International Liberia in close collaboration with the Ministry of Gender, Children and Social Protection. The impact of the project was highlighted during the signing ceremony of the grant contract for Component 3 and a technical working visit by Plan International UK, bringing together government officials, international partners, community leaders, and beneficiaries in Yantown. Speaking at the ceremony, Marianne Murray, director, country director of Plan International Liberia, expressed appreciation to the beneficiaries and community for its dedication in supporting the project.
CRS, Action A, Plan, KID, FCI, DCI, BMOs, Raising Voices. And of course, people who give us the support of the event. The government of Nigeria remains structured and represented by our brother. All of you, me, when they tell me to say something, I say it for your behalf. We are just saying that to everybody who has said, because our project will not be here if you are not here. And what we told you from the beginning, that when you are serious and you succeed, more people will come to see you. More people will come to visit, and you will be the ambassadors that you go out to the others. Anything that stands, we are talking about government because a lot of talk. We say it's no more time for talking alone. And the people she said, if you think 20 years and there's no money to start anything, it's not the fault. But because they give you that letter, you have made efforts to make it big. When somebody sees you, they will know that these people are serious, let's do more. So me, I start seeing more things coming to her. She wants that she wants these video clips. When she comes back, that is her evidence that she was here. That is her evidence that this is what the people have said. And then they will know that, no, in Liberia, women are serious. Because Liberia is the first country to have a woman president. She stood, she sat as a woman. That is history for Liberia. Everybody in the world knows Liberia, that this is the country that has a woman president. To show that anybody can become anybody. It depends on your own heart. That's why you should send those children to school. Our mothers, sometimes it's not that they can have money. But in Africa, what I like is you don't have money and you have children, you go to your brother, you go to your sister, you go to your friend. When the child stands strong, it belongs to the community. It belongs to the community. You have those ones that are not sisters, they are some. They are not everybody's children, but because they helped, you know that. Those ones I am happy. So let's invest in our children because in my language, child means leave behind.
Marian Murray is the country director of Plan International Liberia. Also speaking during the technical visit, he is under Mahomatra, director of programs at Plan International UK, praised the community's progress, despite apologizing for feeling unwell. She applauded the beneficiaries for adopting what she termed as climate smart agriculture into the Liberian Women Empowerment Project.
First and foremost, just to salute you for a good work done. When I listened to all the sharing that was happening here, I was really impressed that now we are considering climate smart agriculture as we do our planting. Well done, climate change is real. It is one of the things that the world over as development practitioners and governments, we are trying to help communities deal with this. It is so good to hear that in this project you guys are looking into that. I also heard about village savings and lending schemes that you are now able to expand your businesses. Well done again. Community participation, my God, I was so impressed. So if there's hana, is that how you call it? The talking, you resolve your own issues together as the community and you manage that. We always pay attention to the role of the community in our programming. We want you to own your programs because this is about you, this is about your own development. When the community is in the forefront of ensuring that they are resolving issues, they come together and they move forward. We are very happy with that because that brings sustainability to our work. And a huge thank you to our Plan Liberia colleagues And in all our guidelines, I written them here, CRS, Section 8, FCI, PI, Medical Liberia, Raising Voices, YAMO, keep Liberia, for a job well done, all our mandates. The World Bank for availing the resources. I understand there's a school, a police station, from what you were sharing, that is close by, and they always come and work with us. Thank you to them. Part of what I have heard, I was really impressed that, Plan is a child-centered organization. We work with children. And what I picked is, if you see that there are cases that relate to rape, any forms of abuse, you are not just ignoring them, but you are referring the right offices for them to get assistance. We should not sweep any form of abuse, be it rape, child abuse, gender-based violence under the carpet. The police should know, the relevant ministries should know, so that those people get noticed. Now, I want to challenge you a little. All this money that you are expanding your businesses and so forth, one of the things that we do is to, and I trust women on this one, is to make sure that we plant in the conceived in education, we are able to unlock their futures.
For their past beneficiaries of the Liberia Women Empowerment Project and the World Bank, playing international Liberian or partners who are helping to change lives through the Liberia Empowerment or Women Empowerment Project.
This will help us now. All the here for so from the factory for two plane now. When they brought the machine for everyone now, at least to process the carry. Instead of being too bad, the return to process and 10 to 15 days. Was in our doing here so. So we have news of what may come you. And they struggle. We clean the force. They took the need to get some machine. They got to up, we were impressed. So without snow, down here, few weeks, go up and train up on the weather. You want to go down the scale, want to say they do, want to go and go, want to do it where. And the evening, they gave us same kind of thing. And they asked for how much we want. We have a member, we get 3 hours going for 8 hours. So they said that you never said we share it. What be the truth? But then we were in the mania, they were not respecting for. They down for the world. They were for it. They threw me, they were for us. They beat, they were for us. But who they were there now? Me are for me. And this is what you want there for Kasawa.
Away from home, Ugandan police have detained a lawmaker and killed Salah of opposition leader Bobby Wine for his alleged role in election-related violence last week. Mwanga Kakibi, a deputy leader of Wine's National Unity Platform, is accused of organizing attacks on the police station and the vote tallying center after their electoral loss, which the party denied. The police have said that 7 people were killed in the incident, or the politician has given a different account, saying that 10 people were killed at his home as they waited for paramilitary election results. The Uganda police force said in a post on X on Thursday that it will be arraigned before court in due course. And 3 Palestinian journalists have been killed in an Israeli strike in central Gaza. First responders say Gaza's Hamas-run civil defense agency said their car was hit in the Azara area and named them as Mohammed Salah, Anas Women, and Abdul Shak. They are understood to have been working for Egyptian relief organization. The Israeli ministry said it struck several suspects who operated a drone affiliated with Hamas in a manner that posed a threat to its troops. The other that the incident was under examination. Another 8 people, 2 of them children, were killed by Israeli artillery and gunfire across Gaza on Wednesday, the Hamas-run health ministry said. Well, on that note, that's how we come to the near end of this edition of King's Room. But before we leave, a quick reminder of stories we followed in the headlines. Tahoe Foundation files motion to fight wealth and rate of subpoenaed at Margibi County. Senator Natana Magill threatens Senate impeachment. against criminal court judge proceeded solely over judicial and prosecutorial overreach. Broom County Senator Eden Snow demands action against officials of Ministry of Information for false and damaging allegations against him in 2025. Says he is disappointed in the leadership of the Senate for delaying to take action. We also heard in the news Environmental Protection Agency shut down several sachet water producing facilities in Monrovia, a violation of environmental and public health standards. Vows to shut down more in the coming days. Away from home, Ugandan police have detained a lawmaker and close ally of opposition leader Bobby Wine for his alleged role in election-related violence last week. 3 Palestinian journalists have been killed in Israeli strike in central Gaza, first responders said. And thanks to our reporters, correspondents, and all those who helped in making this edition of King's Newsroom a success. Stephen Compton brought you the news bulletin. Sam Andrews had a control and handle the technical aspect of this edition. On behalf of the team, I'm Shema Dale. I presented. Thanks for listening and watching.